and I am really glad to be here with you today to show you and present you the opportunities you might find at Politecnico di Milano. As you might know, Politecnico di Milano is a technical university, so it has programs in architecture, design, and engineering. So I saw some of you asking about international relations or social sciences. Unfortunately, we don't have such programs, but we do have a lot in architecture, design, and engineering. I am sorry for those of you who don't speak English. My Spanish is there, but not so good. So my presentation will be in English, but I guess you will find a lot of information also online. And by the way, English knowledge is a basic requirement for entering Politecnico di Milano. And that's why, because Politecnico di Milano is an international university, it is very well ranked, as you see here in the slide. We are first in Italy and among the best 20 best universities in the world in our fields. And thanks to that, we are also part of very important networks like Idea League and other international networks of technical universities. The university, as you say, as you understand from the name, it's based in Milan. I hope some of you have been in Milan. If not, I hope you will have the chance to come here in the future. I have been in some of the countries you come from, so I'm really happy to have you here with us today and would love to meet you, but technology allows us to be here together also online. I'm currently in Milan, a very dynamic city, very international, with a lot of international students enrolled at the universities, and in a very good location, which allows students to go abroad, to travel, to also discover Italy. Obviously, I'm talking about normal times, not pandemic situations like this one. But anyway, you can discover a lot about Milan being here and studying at Politecnico di Milano. The university has also other campuses in other cities not far from Milan, like Como, Lecco, Mantova, Cremona, and Piacenza. These cities are like smaller, but very well located, not far from Milan. And there is always a reason why we offer a specific program in a specific campus. Like, I don't know, sustainable architecture in Piacenza, which is a city next to the countryside, or Mantova hosts a program in architecture in design and history, which is focused on restoration of cultural heritage, and that's because Mantova is an UNESCO site. So there's always a reason, and I promise all these cities are really beautiful and nice for students' life. The campus we are renovating now, the main campus is located in Milan. It's renovated based on a project given to us by Renzo Piano. So we are kind of building it at the moment. And this will allow us to have more labs, more classrooms, more green areas, because, you know, sustainability is a very important topic for Italy, for the world, and for Politecnico di Milano for sure. So when you maybe will be here, then you will have the chance to know more, to see a very brand new campus where you can spend your time with your fellow students. The campus, as I said, is based on a Renzo Piano project, and he gave it to us for free because he studied at Politecnico di Milano. He's an alumnus of our university, and he's a very important archistar, like Aldo Rossi, of course, and we are really proud of having them among our alumni. Also, of course, we are happy to have Giulio Natta, who won the Nobel Prize in chemistry in 1967. So it's a very important name for us. And this is because it helped a lot. Their job, their work helped a lot the university to develop a very high-level research and be very important in technological transfer. As you see here, we are #1 university for projects funded by the European Commission. And that means that the projects that we work on are really have a very strong and important impact on the society. And in particular, we have offered the opportunity to students to work inside the labs, the main labs we have here, the main ones, but out of more than 200 laboratories which are available on campus. So let's say research is a very important aspect at Politecnico di Milano. So you don't come here just to study, to be, let's say, passive, but you really are involved in projects, in workshops, and you can definitely work in labs according to the program you study, of course. And why I'm talking about labs, of course, because, as I said, research is a very important aspect of our university, but also because it was very important for us to have the labs during this pandemic, during this very hard time we were living, and we're currently still kind of living. In the labs, we could work, not me, of course, but professors and researchers and students could work on the tests for disinfectants. So we are producing that now. We tested the materials for the masks we wear every day this year, and then other protection devices. And of course, we kind of had an impact also on the current situation. We try to help our society and government. We switched to distance learning mode, so students could go on studying, didn't have to stop their studying, and then had access to the classes online, and that's something that currently is going on at the moment. So let's say we could go on with our mission, which is the education of future engineers, architects, and designers. So if you wonder if you're going on with I guess you're all living something similar. So at the moment, the classes are online, partially, and partially also on campus. But we hope and plan to go back on campus 100% as soon as the pandemic is over. So let's say hopefully for September next year. Fingers crossed. The nice thing of all this is that, of course, as I said, we switched to distance learning, and this is also because many students moved away. So they just came here, they were studying here, but in this very weird situation, they decided to go back to their countries. We really needed to give them the opportunity to study from their country. So we switched to online distance learning mode, and the classes were recorded, so students could basically go on with studying. And also that's important because we have almost 7,000 international students enrolled at the university at the moment from more than 100 countries. And I really hope you will be among these students in the future. And in particular, they come from these countries. As you can see here, it's like a very high number of countries, and a lot of them come from South America, as you can see from the colors here on the map. So I'm glad to show you that, and I also really happy to inform you that the faculty you will find at Politecnico di Milano is an international faculty. So let's say that the majority of professors are Italian, but we do have an international faculty with basically made of professors coming from all over the world. I mentioned just two of them here in the slide. But basically it's a very international university. I see some of you don't speak English. I see that they're saying no hablo inglés. It's important to know English here because you can't survive without knowing Italian, but English is definitely a requirement for you to apply to Politecnico di Milano and be admitted. So sorry about that. Concerning the education, so let's talk about what you find, what you can study here. As you know from the name of this webinar, the focus of our discussion today is the maestrías, so the Master of Science, which is the second level you see here. But nevertheless, you might be interested in bachelor degrees or PhD programs. And just to let you know that that's also available at Politecnico di Milano. But if you, in particular, as I said, the English language knowledge is important because the programs are taught mainly in English. So the majorities of our programs of master and PhD, at master and PhD levels are taught in English, and these allow also students to go abroad, to take part to exchange programs, to double degrees, everything in English, so without any knowledge of Italian language. In particular, the programs we offer in architecture are the ones you see here. So all the ones you see on the screen are offered in English. They last 2 years and they start every September. While the programs in design are listed here, the same thing, so 2 years, starting in September every year. Of course, as you see, they cover the majority of the fields in design area. And last but not least, the programs in engineering. The university was established as a school of engineering. So as you see, we have a lot of programs in engineering. I just go very quickly through these slides just because everything is online, and also you will get an email about this, so with all the links, and you will have the time to go online and browse a little bit about the programs. But as you see, we have a lot of programs and some new ones which we offer every year. In addition to that, as I said, the research is a very important aspect of university life and university mission, and this is something you can access already when you study at master level, not necessarily at PhD level. The master programs give you the opportunity also to apply to a specific program, which is Alta Scuola Politecnica. It's a program parallel to the Master of Science. Students can apply to this, be selected, and participate to projects offered by the companies. So you will be in contact with the companies, and you will have the chance also to work with students who come from different backgrounds, like design, architecture, and engineering. This is something you can think about once you are admitted to Politecnico di Milano. As I said, the university also offers programs together with other universities, and in particular with two Milanese universities, university based in Milan, like Bocconi and Università degli Studi di Milano. And in particular, we offer these two programs. You might find more details on there's other universities' websites, as you can see below. But just to let you know that it's a very interdisciplinary university as well. So let's talk about the very important aspects, the ones you might be more interested in, like the application. So there are 2 semesters a year. The first one starts in September, the second one starts in February. The second one is open only for engineering programs. while the first semester, September intake, is open for all the programs. You can apply now to next September 2021. There are 2 calls, one from September to November 19th, and the other one from January the 10th until March the 9th. These are same, so there's no difference between the 2 calls. You can decide when to apply, and you will have the results by March or April next year. So if you think about applying for September 2021, you can already go online, have a look, register to the website, and start the procedure which I'm describing now. You should, first of all, check the requirements. So you must have a bachelor degree when you start the program. So let's say you don't have it yet because you finish next year, you can still apply, providing a document attesting you're at last year of your studies, and then you just go on with, you present your bachelor degree when you have it. You will have to check the minimum GPA. So just focus on that. Just check on the website. You can see the link there, and it will be sent to you by email as well. There is a minimum CGPA for some countries. Check it first. If you have it, that minimum, you can apply to the programs. And then it's important for you to know that you will have to get an English language certificate if you want to study in English, or in English language certificate plus an Italian language certificate if you wish to study in Italian. And what to do? Step 1, super easy. You just have to register. So you just go on the website, Politecnico di Milano, polimi.it. You fill out a registration with your data and information about yourself. You get a code and the password you can use to enter the online services of the university. Second step is just to enter the information about your background, university background, select the program you want to apply for, and you can apply for 2 programs in the same application, and then upload the documents you see here. Everything is online, so there is no need to send anything in paper, by post, nothing. Just upload the scanned copy of the documents on your profile. And the documents I'm mentioning are the academic qualification, your transcripts, your CGPA statement if the CGPA is not stated on your transcript, your CV, a motivation letter you write to let us know why we should select you and why you want to study at Politecnico, recommendation letter from a professor, or if you already work, from someone from work, portfolio for designers and architects, and a GRE test for engineers and architects. Of course, these all in addition to the English language certificate. For those of you who don't know what's a GRE, the GRE is like a test which evaluates, like attests your knowledge in field of, let's say, in technical fields. It's conducted in English. It is not compulsory, but suggested. You can take it in the IELTS, in ETS centers. It's a very common, and it's not difficult to have it and to take it. And then you submit it online. Last step from this year is to pay an application fee of 50 euros, which is not refundable. And after this payment, we will start evaluating your profile. This is the application procedure. As you see, it's really easy. For all of you, it's important to know that we do accept the documents about your academic background in Spanish. So there's no need to translate anything, like your diploma, your transcript, las notas, all these documents are okay in Spanish, while your motivation letter, recommendation letter, and CV and portfolio should be in English or in Italian. And then I'm gonna on answering to the questions I think many of you already have in mind. So what's the cost? What are the tuition fees? Are there scholarships for international students? And here you can find the answer. For master's students, the program, the cost of the program is 3,900 euros if you have a non-European nationality. In case you do have, I don't know, a Spanish, Portuguese, Italian nationality, then the tuition fees will depend on your income. So you will be asked to provide some documents attesting your financial situation, and on the base of that, we will decide the tuition fees. The minimum you pay is 900 euros per year, the maximum 3,900 per year. Concerning scholarships, you might get a scholarship offered by the university itself from Politecnico di Milano, which are called merit-based, meaning that we consider and evaluate the documents you provide when you apply, and based on those documents, we decide if you can get a scholarship. The application you fill out when you apply to the program is valid for also for the scholarships. So there's no need to apply again for the merit-based scholarships. We offer 3 kinds of scholarship: platinum, gold, and silver. As you see, the silver covers the tuition fees, the gold covers the tuition fees and provides the students with about 5,000 euros per year, and the platinum covers tuition fees and provide about 10,000 euros per year. In addition to these kind of scholarships, there are other options, additional scholarship offered by the government of Italy, such as the MAECI scholarships, the Investor Talent in Italy scholarship, and in this case, you must apply for these kind of scholarships. So let's say that there are opportunities to get a scholarship and get the education at Politecnico di Milano for free. Of course, on the website you will find more. I will send you an email in the next days with links and details, so don't worry. Just a general information for letting you know that yes, you can have opportunities and chances on a scholarship. So I talked a lot about application, about fees and scholarships and so on, but let's focus on what you get when you come here, or what's a student life in Politecnico di Milano. Well, it's fun, first of all, because you will find a lot of friends. You will meet students from all over the world. Italian students for sure, but also, as I said before, students who come from several different countries. You will have the chance to stay in the university accommodation, so you can book a place in our residencies and stay there during your master degree. I remind you that the master lasts 2 years. The cost of the residences depends on the campus and on the residence, but it varies from 300 to 500 euros per month. While you're here, you can definitely take part to be part of a students' association, sport association. Our students are really very active, so even during the lockdown, during the months we couldn't go out, they organized events online. So it's nice to be part of students' associations. You may be in contact with a buddy student, so someone who's already here, who wants to share his experience and help you, or her experience, of course, and help you settle here, or just answer the questions you might have from a student's point of view. As I said, you don't need Italian, but you can study Italian here. So I would suggest that. It's something we do offer to international students. It has a cost of 100 euros per course, and it's definitely an opportunity, since if you come here, you spend 2 years in Italy, and it's a great opportunity to learn a new language. Maybe you decide to stay in Italy after your master to find a job, and if you know Italian, it's definitely easier. And overall, I mean, you are a Spanish speakers, so it's not so hard for you to learn Italian. And then, of course, as I said, you can participate to this to the events organized on campus, even to online events, and take part to international programs like our double degrees and exchange Erasmus programs. So the life at Polytechnic is very intense. It's a lot of studying, but also a lot of fun as well. After you finish, what happens? I mean, we understand that now you're focusing on master degree, so on how to study, how to apply, how to get here. But it's not bad to think also about what happens after you finish. I want to say that there is no age limit in our admission. So any student from, even if you studied, I don't know, and finished studying 10 years ago, you can apply to our master degrees. There's no limit in this, and there's no limit also in the support given by the career service. So you can count on the career service while you study, but overall, when you are about to finish your studies to find a job, this career service is in contact with the companies in Italy and abroad. They organize job fairs, workshops. They publish on the website opportunities on internships and jobs for our students, and they provide the career guidance. So it's a very important service offered by Politecnico di Milano, which helps students to settle and to find a job. And these are the results. So I know that many of you are architects and engineers, so you might love numbers. And this is a self-explaining slide, right? The employability rate is super high. 50% of international students decide to stay in Italy to work after they finish their master degree. And this is thanks to the career service, and this is thanks to the experience they had in Italy. And it's a sign of being happy of their experience here. And as you see here, we have a lot of opportunities published on the website of the career service. So as soon as you're a student of Politecnico di Milano, you can access these opportunities. And then become, of course, interested maybe in the technology transfer and in research. So for those of you who might be interested in creating their own startup, or they want to propose a project, then we have this other support, which is the Poly Hub, like research incubator, which is very important, and the students can contact to have support for their own startups. It's part of Politecnico di Milano, and I think it might be a very important contact for those of you who have this relations with research and innovation. In any case, all of you will be part of our alumni network once you finish your master or PhD, maybe here. It's a very international network, as you see here. They organize events, they are always in contact, so it's really, if you apply to Politecnico, you enter Politecnico, then you never forget Politecnico. And so you might be in contact with people who live in your country and have been students of Politecnico di Milano before. So just think about the next 2-3 years of your life and you will see that Politecnico di Milano will have an impact on your future if you choose to be here, to apply and to be part of our university. Concerning the like the way you can get in contact with us, of course, now through your Q&A, you can ask your questions today. But I encourage you to have a look on our website, which is there. Fill out the form, the contact us form you can find online to send us all the questions you might have. And of course, guys, I know you're really young and you're very active on social networks. Just don't miss the opportunity to know more about Politecnico di Milano, students' life here, and initiatives we offer every day on our social networks like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. For now, I thank you for your attention. You were very great. And now I'm ready to answer your questions if Carla helps me in summarizing them.
Perfect, Chiara. Thank you so much. Of course, we have a lot of...
Otherwise, I go and read them.
Do you hear me there? Do you hear me?
See.
Chiara, do you hear me? Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, see, you're connecting.
Chiara, can you hear me?
While I wait for Carla, because I don't know, there's maybe some problem in the connection. Let me see if I can see some questions here. For example, the cost of living. The cost of living is something important, definitely. Let's consider about 800 to 1,000 euros per month in Milan. Something less in the other campuses. So let's say about 700 euros if you live in Como, Cremona, Mantova, or Lecco or Piacenza. Because they're smaller cities and they cost less. The most expensive aspect of, the most expensive thing in Milan is the rent. That's for sure. And I see a question from Sara. What type of residence permit I need to study there? It's a study purposes visa, which is converted into a stay permit for study purposes. After you finish studying, you might stay here for 1 year looking for a job, and then as soon as you get a job, you can stay here with a work stay permit. There exists a program in medicine in Politecnico di Milano. No, we don't have that, unfortunately. Just one program which is kind of related to medicine, which is bioinformatics, but it's mainly biology, bioengineering, and informatics. Sorry about that. Samantha is asking about the requirements for scholarships. The merit-based scholarships are based on the documents you present when you apply, so they're not. There is no specific requirements. Let's say the criteria are the quality of you as a student. Of course, I know if you apply for architecture or design, the portfolio will be very important. In general, the GPA and the motivation letter influence the result a lot. Otherwise, if you apply for other scholarships offered by the government, then you have to refer to their website. But in general, they are awarded based on the quality of the student profile. Then I see
Chiara,
someone asking.
Hello, can you hear me?
I applied last year for a master and I was not accepted. I would like to know if I could have some feedback to know what the correct. Clara. Well, yeah, it depends. In general, if you got rejected, you should find a note in the field notes by professor to explain you what's the reason. If you didn't find anything there, it's probably just because of the competition. So there were a lot of applications, and this professor compared students. The seats were full before they could, with students that they consider maybe higher quality. So you might try to contact us through the form and we will try to find out, but it's not guaranteed that there is a specific reason, if not the comparison with other students. Then industrial automation master degree, Victor, yeah, we do have an automation and control engineering program. So yes, you might browse the website a little bit and you will find it, or just wait for our email with the list of our programs. Is it necessary to have a certificate of Italian language when we apply to a master? If you apply to a master in English, then no, Italian language is not required, so don't worry about that. Just English language certificate. Okay, I have a degree in international relations. Can I apply for any related master program? It's not really possible to apply. It's important to have a background relevant to the program you apply for. So in this case, I don't think we have much for you. I'm sorry, Alien. Then when I finish my master, can I work in Italy? Yes, as I said, you can work here. You can stay here looking for a job for 1 year. And as soon as you find a job, you can definitely convert your stay permit into a work stay permit. Okay. Okay, Cesare, you're asking, what does it mean that my country doesn't have specific requirements related to my degree? It means that there is no minimum GPA. So you can apply with any GPA. So there's no specific requirement for your country. Geraldine is asking, GRE is necessary for architecture master. It's not compulsory, but it's suggested. So you can decide if you want to provide it or not. But in general, it's something suggested by the professors. Concerning the Bragen, sorry, my pronunciation might be wrong. When will a Master of Cybersecurity open? You should check on the Unibocconi website, because the application goes through their website. For PhD programs, can we apply? Juan Guillermo, yes, you can apply for PhD programs. The application will open in April next year to enter in November. So just have a look on Polyme PhD. If you just Google Polyme PhD or you enter our website, you will find a section dedicated to a PhD with the list of them. And the application will open next April. Okay, is it possible to work and study at the same time? Gabriela, yes, it's possible. You can work up to 20 hours per week by law, so it's like a part-time job. I don't recommend students to consider coming here and find a job straight away. That's really hard. You must have some savings. You must consider to spend the first months like settle down, understand how it works, and focusing on the program, and then you might apply for a job. But yes, it's possible. What's happening if I need to go with the family? Is it possible? Luis, it's possible. There are some specific rules for that. There is a specific page on the website, so you can browse it. It's like a visa for family reason and reunion. It's something you can do. Usually, either you come first and they join you later, or you come all together. But it's something which happens. All right. It has English courses for those who speak little of the language. No, we don't have that just because the English language knowledge is a basic requirement for studying at Politecnico di Milano. So even if you study in Italian, you must provide an English language certificate. Okay. Then Frank is asking, in Germany, the cost is 718 euros per person per month. If I go with my family, it costs have to be for each one. In case of Italy, how it is? Well, I think it's more or less the same price. You can consider about 800 euros, but I would not like consider it like double if you're 2 or 3 times that amount if you're 3. It will be less than that, of course, but let's consider about 800 to 1,000 euros per month for a person. All right. Amy is asking, is the admission process for Master of Architecture first come, first serve? As the first call is almost over, should I still apply in November? No, it's not like that. The professor will evaluate all the applications. So even if you apply in the second call, you will have chances on admission, and there's no difference in the two calls, between the two calls. The TOEIC and TOEFL exams or any other English exam are not available because of the pandemic. How can you certify our English knowledge in order to apply? Ruth, the certificates of English can be provided later. You have time until April to provide them. So we all hope the situation will get better in the future. But in any case, I know that IELTS and TOEFL are also offered online with the at-home edition. So if you browse our website, you will find out about that. So you can also decide to just stay at home and take the exam at home. That's possible. In case of doing a master thesis, do you have agreements with other universities in Italy or abroad? Yes, we do have a lot of partnerships with the Italian universities, international universities, more than 300 basically. So you definitely can do that while you are here about to finish your master degree and you decide to work on your thesis in cooperation with another university. That's possible. Then Marcelino is asking, I would like to know if with the pandemic situation, will the program open next year? Well, yes, the program definitely will open for sure. We will go on teaching. We will go on doing research. That's something guaranteed. If the classes will be in person or online, of course, we don't know yet because nobody knows how this situation is evolving, is gonna evolve. But our plan is, considering the pandemic over, we hope by next summer, then of course we would love to have the classes in person. So we would love to have all the students here in Milan on campus. Let's see our another couple of questions, so we can cover some more fields. And then, of course, guys, you definitely can apply. Fill out the form you can see in the screen here. So it's definitely a good option for you. Okay, right. Yeah, we can answer your questions. Okay, I think there might be some overlapping with Carla at the moment. I'm sorry about that. There might be some problem with our connection. Just write here if you hear me or you hear Carla, so I understand if I can go on like another 10 minutes or.
Hi, Chiara, do you hear me?
Please, if you can just confirm you're listening to, you are hearing me in the. All right. Thank you, Maria Sol. Okay, I'll go on with some other questions. I'm sorry about this. Sometimes technology helps, and sometimes there's some problems in the connection, but it's okay. I'm sorry. I hope it's not confusing. Okay. Okay, Juan Sebastian is asking, how can we get a visa if we don't have an acceptance letter? Of course, you will get a visa only once you get accepted and you get an admission letter. So it's gonna be yes, like a future step, not now, of course. Okay. I think okay, guys, I think it's might be getting confusing because we are talking, the two of us. I don't hear Carla. I don't know if she hears me. I hope I covered the majority of the questions. I really have just thank you for being here, and I will send you an email with the details about the application deadlines and so on, so you will not miss any information. We are always available by email, so just contact us there. Check our websites because we also have a lot of events, online events taking place in the next weeks, so you might want to join us again in another event. Well, I really thank you for being with me today. I'm sorry for the problems with the connection. I hope it was not confusing, but I'm sure this webinar was recorded, so you will have the chance to watch it again and just know more again about Politecnico di Milano. It was a great pleasure to be here. I hope to see you here in Milan in September next year or in the future. And I wish you a very nice day today. Ciao from Milan.
Ok, chicos, pues creo que Kiara no me puede escuchar, pero muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos hoy. Una disculpa por los problemitas técnicos, creo que ella no me escuchaba y bueno, pero vamos a grabar este webinar y lo vamos a subir al canal de YouTube de The Student World para que puedan verlo más adelante y puedan resolver sus dudas. También, pues aquí tienen los datos de contacto del Politecnico de Milano si quieren tomarle un screenshot o anotarlos. Y pues muchísimas gracias a todos otra vez. Espero que tengan un día increíble y nos vemos en la próxima. Bye bye.